2 dust collectors. That you would think that wouldn't be, that'd be like too much for your shop. Not really. Right now, this is the Shop Fox. We've had this one for years. This one here, we just picked this one up. We'll talk about this for a minute. Let me go ahead and explain to you a little bit of the reason why I bought this one. Is the reason why I bought it because it was small. It was really small and real easy to move around, and it was just quite portable. And that's what we look for in a small shop, is things are portable and easier to move around. But it doesn't seem to pick up what I need to pick up. I need more volume. I need to pick up more. What happens is if you get too small, then you get a lot of dust, and then you're doing a lot of cleaning. But in the shop here, we do have a couple really big size exhaust fans that kind of pull out when I'm sanding. If I'm not, if I don't have it hooked onto something, it really pulls it out. That's really nice having them vents. If you can't afford something like this, that's another way to go. Just a couple fans and some windows and let it pull out. This one is a 1 horsepower, and it has 800. It's 800 CFMs. It's not bad. It's not bad, but you have to remember there's a few things you got to kind of do. You got to mess around a little bit and try to figure them out. Each one of them kind of does something a little bit different. Now this one here, it has a 1 horsepower, runs 110. It has a 4-inch port. Okay, just 4-inch coming out right down at the bottom here. It does have a really nice thick bag here. I do like the bag, but they do get dirty, and you have to clean them a pretty good bit if you're going to use it. So it's supposed to be a 2.5 micro. I don't know. I don't have no way of testing it. It does have heavy bags on it. So if you go to buy one, I'll make sure you buy that extra bag down there, because moving that around, you're going to rip it. Like I said, we bought it because I needed it for the table saw, the planer, and also the other tool here in the back here, the bandsaw. And it does work really well. And certain things, after it starts clogging up a little bit, it slows down and makes it a little harder. As long as I use a small hose, something short, but if I use something really long, it don't seem to perform like it should. I think it might run something, maybe a 15 amp breaker, but I normally just keep it on its own outlet, and then that way I don't have nothing else plugged into it, and then hold back the motor. I'll go ahead and turn this on. Now this one is around, I think it runs somewhere around maybe 60 pounds, and then I guess 54 inches high. So being short like this was really nice for in the shop. Let me turn this on. A lot quieter with the hose. Okay. I do just make sure I tell you that, if you bought one of these, make sure that maybe no more, maybe 6-foot hose or maybe 8-foot hose or something. But you start running them along, it doesn't want to work right. But I'm going to turn around, and we're going to buy a filter canister for this one, and then we're just going to use it on a couple of other tools. This one's going to be set onto the table saw, so because we use our table saw a lot. Up here. Now this is your Harbor Freight one. It runs about 300 bucks. Now the Shop Fox run me like $4.50 at that time. I think it's $4.09 now. It's a little bit cheaper. It's dropped down in price. I mean, you can check and see. But this one here, it run about 300 bucks. So it's, I don't know. I guess you're going to buy quality. Shop Fox makes pretty good tools. I like Shop Fox. I got a couple of things Shop Fox. The bag on the Shop Fox is a lot heavier, so it says it's 2.5. This says it's a 5, and even this bag here is thinner than what's on the Shop Fox. You can feel the difference. Just grab hold of it. And of course, your little quick releases. Everybody's got them little spring-loaded quick releases on. But we're not going to run this in the shop. This one here, we've decided to put it out into the building behind us. We're just going to put it out behind us. Outside, actually. So what we have here, hold it up here, this one is about 75 inches high, weighs about 90 pounds. We're going to take the wheels off of it, and I'm going to make small legs and set it down lower to the ground, because we don't need to move it around. It has a 35 gallon bag on it, as the Fox has what I don't even know what that thing has. You can see how small the bag is. This is 35. That probably can't be no more than 20 maybe. 35, and I actually take the sawdust and put it into a 55 gallon barrel. I got a couple plastic ones I bought. They have lids on them, and then they have a snap ring on top of it, so I could put that sawdust in it and transport it and put it somewhere else. It's not really good. We had a sawmill many years ago caught on fire around our neighborhood here because sawdust will catch on fire, definitely, if it's got moist to it. And because in a lot of sawmills, they have to keep turning it on, turned over. We did that too when we was cutting trees. We did the same thing. We would dump the chips over the hill and they caught on fire, and we had to take our small machine down there and move them around, kind of stir it up. But it'll do the same thing. So what we do with the barrels, I take them out, put them on a truck, take them out, the place we have, and then we spread them out thin. Okay, it's kind of good for environment too, because you're putting it back into the ground, but we don't put them in piles. Now this one here has a 5-inch port here, 4-inch ports on the ends. You can run a double hose if you like. It might even work. I don't know if it worked more effective. I know you still have to have those. Where you shut them off at. I don't have none. I'm not going to do that. I'll just run them off one. It runs a 2 horsepower, a 15 amp breaker for sure. Like I said, I always mention, make sure they're on their own, their own circuit. Regular 120 plug-in here, and it does pull. When we put this all together, of course, there was a gasket. If anybody wants to know, it comes with a gasket underneath there, so that can be sealed. Everything else was put. This stuff was all put together. I stuck that on there. Now, being as a 2 horsepower, it'd be nice if it was 220. I would like that because I can convert it over to a little bit more. But the thing I was looking at is they have some videos online. You can increase the volume of this one. That's great. This is like 15 CFMs. That's not really that bad, but I don't think it's pulling that. It might be pulling it it depends on how they're testing it. That's what gets me, is how you tested it. Okay, because this is what gets me. You got a double port there, and then you got two 4s and a 5. So if you increase that, the impeller in here, and you can increase it. You can actually buy other impellers to put in it. I mean, that's fine, but if you don't increase the volume of these pipes here, you're gonna starve this motor back here. When you do that, you're gonna put a lot of pull on it. You'll be pulling a lot of current, and that's going to cause that motor to heat up more and probably not last as long. Okay, but if you kind of look at this thing and you look at it and you wonder how they test it, what way do they test it? Do they test it with this black pipe on there, or do they test it without that black pipe? Okay, what I'm trying to say is there's something on here. If you look at it strong enough, you can see there's something on here that doesn't match up. It does in a way to them. Okay, so most likely if they got the 1500 out of this thing, it's because they didn't have this black port on there, because this is the 5-inch. But if you look up here where I got my hands, kind of looks like a 5-inch too. So was that tested under a 5-inch? Believe it or not, between a 4 and a 5 makes a lot of difference. I mean, a super lot of difference, because of the size of the pipe. So that's what it looks like to me. So if you're going to increase it and you're going to end up putting a bigger impeller on it, you're going to have to increase this. Now, I did see somebody do it on there, and I thought it was a pretty good idea. If you can end up taking this flange off here, this 5-inch flange, and put a 6-inch on it, run all 6-inch pipe on it. Okay, so that actually makes it a little bit bigger, so the volume of it will be a lot better. And also, when you put the bigger impeller on it, you're not starving this motor back here. You're not going to pull all this currents out. You can allow that motor to run a lot easier. So I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to let you hear the difference. You probably can hear the sound different. I hope you can, from having this hose on it. Now there's nothing on the end of this hose. It's just sitting over here on the floor. And I'm going to put the hose on, take the hose off of it, and see the difference. I'm going to turn it on twice, okay? So you tell me. And watch this bag here. Watch how fast this bag blows up. It's going to blow up really fast. Watch it. Okay, this is going to be, move around. This is going to be without that hose. You probably have more than that if I took that off of there. It probably would be more than that. Now we're going to put this. I think it is. It can't be no more than 12 foot long. Like I said, nothing on the end. That's 12 foot long. Now watch how fast. Let's get this down here. Now watch how fast it takes it. Watch it. It's a lot quieter with that pipe on it, but like I said, is that they probably tested it, you know, with this pipe on it, and also with that flange off of that black one off of it. That's probably how they tested to get that 1500. That's the way I would see it. And then, of course, you can tell the difference just by the way the bag blew up and how fast it sounded like it was going without the hose or with the hose on. So, like I said, if you decide you unplug this, you decide to do that and upgrade that, just stop and think. Yeah, upgrade your hoses, make them a little bit bigger. You need that. You need more volume now, so that stuff will come through, that debris come through it. Even when you're cutting with sawdust, you know, that debris slows down that air a little bit because there's something in there. And then also, you know, how long is that hose that goes to your saw? You know, how many feet away? If you have it a long distance, you're not going to pick up that much. And now, I thought probably would be the best if you was going to extend this to a longer distance. Just get you some Schedule 40 pipe and then stick it together with that. Like maybe a 4-inch or maybe even a 6-inch Schedule 40. And then just put your fittings together and then reduce it down to a 4-inch or whatever you want to reduce it down to. Okay, like I said, ours is going to go outside. And that way we don't get this debris all through the place, and I'm hoping it's going to keep it a lot cleaner and be a little bit easier on my lungs. I mean, I have so many filters, face filters I use. I just keep buying them, and I mean, yeah, you have to keep it as clean as possible, but like I said, you get debris all through the place. And the better one of these work, the less you're going to breathe, and cleaner your shop's going to be too. So stop and think. There's guys out there that have this real nice clean shops, you know. They got big systems like this. Suck the air out of it, just pick the tools up and suck it out with it. I mean, really, really strong. Okay, that's it. I hope that helps you guys out and gives somebody a little bit more pointers up. Maybe you can go back in and do a little bit more research and take a little bit of what I'm saying and really get into it and find out how these things work and what you can do with your shop dust collector like this too. And try different things. Okay, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel and please hit that like button. I do appreciate that. You guys have a great day. Be safe.